Govind, actually, and he's from Dubai, asking about Patel Engineering. Well, he's asking from a long-term perspective, say 3 to 4 years, and he's bought the stock at 60.8 and of 500 quantity. Saurabh, any thoughts on this one?
I think this space is looking quite interesting to me. I think the infrastructure activity will take pace in the second half of the year, considering the fact that the government was not spending that much money because of the election and all. I think Patel Engineering is a good company, and I feel that in the next 2-3 quarters, I think operational metrics will improve, and so the stock price. So I suggest a hold.
DMart is a counter that we're talking about next, and it's not a fundamental question. It's a technical question from Arun. He's writing from Hyderabad. He's bought already at a price of 4,838. So slightly elevated prices. Let's pull up the slightly longer term charts to see around when he bought this. The question is whether he should sell at this point or hold on with the hope or the expectation that he can recover his price and maybe even make a profit. Vaishali, how does it look on the charts?
So Avenue Supermart, I think it's totally oversold. And even on a weekly chart, actually, that is nothing. Only thing that one can look at is on a weekly chart also, it has come on a 200 period moving average. So I would say expect a bounce, but I don't think there will be a good run up. Maybe a bounce up to 4,500, and that's where you can have a relook.
Right. Thanks for that. Another question coming in from Srinivasan. Well, he is looking at a 15% per annum return, largely on a long-term basis, and asking about a view on IT, especially on HCL Technologies, which he bought a few years ago at 550 rupees, and Infosys as well, which he bought at 700 many years ago. Both the stocks currently trading at 1800 levels. Your view on this one, Saurabh?
I think from the 2-3 years kind of perspective, both stocks look good to me. Most of the capital spending on the AI, the Indian companies have already done, and they are training their workforce to work on this segment. The things are likely to improve in the US markets, and I think they have, in terms of revenue and the growth at the bottom line, the worst is over as it looks now. So, from my point of view, I think both the stocks are still good.
Okay, and we did, in fact, talk about IT in quite a bit of detail at the start of the program. In fact, Rucha did take you through some of the factors that could affect the stocks going forward as well. Manoj from Bengaluru is asking about Bajaj Housing Finance, and since it's a relatively new listing, I'll come back to you, Saurabh, on this one. Bought at levels of 159, can it be held for the long term? If I remember correctly, 20+% growth in the loan book, and asset quality still looked strong. So several metrics looked strong for the company. The question only is about valuations, and are you comfortable with that?
I think valuations are on the higher side only, and because this company has come from a group which has shown a lot of, they have high standards, and this company has always grown above the industry average, and that is why the higher valuation have been placed on this stock. So from the long-term perspective, I think the stocks looks promising, and the valuations will remain higher only. And if it gets corrected, then it can be bought more in a staggered manner.